Ladies and gentlemen, welcome out to week 2 of the Breejex Battle Royale, season number 2. The Detroit Steel Wings are taking on Patty Trills. That's right, it's time. I'm facing off against Patty Trills and the Sin City Scizors. If you guys are excited, this is a matchup that has Pat and I have never battled. It's been a long time since I've been able to say I've never battled somebody, because I feel like everybody's had their hand in league format for some time, and it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind that we have not battled, and we're throwing down today in a clash of the titans. If you guys are excited, show some love on the like button down below. If you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for some more draft league content. We're gonna be having 2 leagues going on here. Don't forget, we're gonna go full face cam so you guys can check out the Detroit Steel Wings merch. You guys can go pick that up. Link is in the description as well as Pat's channel. Definitely go check him out. There will be some text floating somewhere on the screen in post-production. If you guys don't enjoy the team builders, you guys just want to hop straight on ahead of the battle, you guys certainly do have the option to go do that. But we're going to be breaking down our teams. Last week's battle was great. We ended up picking up a 2-0 victory over the Miami Men's. So we're starting off the season strong, and Pat's a hell of a team. Pat's a hell of an opponent, and he's got a hell of a team. So we're not taking it lightly. We're taking it 1 week at a time and just hoping to do our best. So all that being said, thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for the support on the draft analysis, which you guys can check that in the description as well. If you guys have never caught that, you guys can check out last week's battle as well. But all that being said, you guys are going to start to see some teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has Clefable, Slowbro, Darmanitan, Heliolisk, Steelix, Alolan Persian, Heracross, Roselia, Braviary, and Cofagrigus. Some things to note about my opponent's team are that he has 2 rockers in the form of Clefable and Steelix, 2 spikers in the form of Heracross and Roselia, 2 T-spikers in the form of Cofagrigus and Roselia, a Wish Passer, a Heal Bell user, an Aromatherapy user in the form of Clefable, an Aromatherapy user in the form of Roselia. His only form of hazard removal is that defogging Braviary, so that is something we can hopefully take advantage of. He's got some hitters, man. He's got some hitters. Darmanitan, Heracross. I mean, we've even been bested by a Heliolisk before, so it's we've got our work cut out for us. I think we've got the 6 to bring it on, and I'm pretty hyped going into this matchup, if I do say so myself. So we have almost a completely different team from last week. First up here on the roster, we are going to have hidden below the Diggersby. He is rocking his Focus Sash with the huge power ability, Spikes, Quick Attack, Earthquake, and Knockoff. We have 52 EVs in HP, 252 EVs in Attack, 204 EVs in Speed with an Adamant Nature. Now, what does that mean? First off, this gives us a Ground-type Pokemon, an Electric immunity to deal with Heliolisk if it gets out of control. We do have hazards because his only form of hazard removal is that Braviary. I like rocks were cool, but I thought spikes were going to go a little bit longer just to get a little bit more chip on things like Steelix and Heracross. We do miss out on the 25% on Roselia, or excuse me, on Braviary and Darmanitan should they show up, but I really like spikes. I think spikes are going to go a long way. This is our dedicated lead, 100%, 1,000,000%, 1,000%. We lead off, we get a spike up. If he lets us do whatever, we just keep clicking spikes until we get as many up as we can. And then we do have Quick Attack there. In my mind, how this plays out that he leads like Scarf Darmanitan, and I lead Diggersby. He knows he's faster than me. He Flare Blitzes me down to 1 HP. I get a spike up, and then the next turn I Quick Attack for some big damage just to see if I can take that thing out. Earthquake and Knockoff are really spammable against his team. We have enough speed to outpace max base 60s, so we're outpacing max speed Clefable. All variants of Slowbro, Steelix. We are outpacing here. I believe we're outpacing a bulky Heracross. He needs not a lot of speed. Max speed Heracross hits 145. So if he's running like some weird not max speed Heracross set, we do outspeed that. But Roselia is not going to have enough speed to outspeed us. If he does, good on him. Braviary can run enough speed to outspeed us unless it's a bulky set. And then we do outspeed Cofagrigus. So the things that we can't hit with the knockoff, don't appreciate getting knocked off. The things that we can hit with Earthquake, don't appreciate getting Earthquaked. And the things that we can Quick Attack, well, you know how the rest goes. Max Attack, Adamant with the huge power, does give us the most bang for our buck in any scenario. So hit him below is coming. He's going to get a spike up. He's going to try to put down as many Pokemon as he can before he goes down. And then we're going to go into our next 5. Speaking of our next 5, we are bringing a newcomer this week, DK the Salazzle. She is rocking her Black Sludge with the Corrosion ability. Protect, Toxic, Sludge Wave, and Flamethrower. 252 EVs in Special Attack, 4 in Special Defense, 252 EVs in Speed with a Timid Nature. Now, this is a really kind of underhanded set because Salazzle has the Corrosion ability, which lets me click Toxic in front of anything, including Roselia and Steelix, both Pokemon that natively can't get poisoned unless you have the Corrosion ability. So I can click Toxic on anything. Anything? anything. I can click Toxic on anything. I do have Black Sludge for recovery, and I've got Protect to not only scout for choice items, but to get a little bit more recovery, and to also start racking up some of that toxic damage. Sludge Wave and Flamethrower are great this week. Salazzle doesn't have a variety of coverage, but really its dual stab hits pretty hard. Sludge Wave hits Clefable. Slowbro, we click Toxic on and try to switch around a little bit. We try to wear that thing down with the Toxic, but Sludge Wave hits Darmanitan. Flamethrower hits Heliolisk. Flamethrower hits Steelix. Flamethrower hits Persian, Heracross, Roselia, Braviary, and Cafagrius. So it really just it just did a lot of work. It just did a lot of work this week. So we're bringing Decay. I'm excited. I've never gotten to use the Salazzle before in League format. I did not mention, so Salazzle's speed is max speed timid. We outspeed everything on his team barring Choice Scarfers. So if he does bring a Choice Scarf user, that does outpace us. Of course, we need to worry about that. But other than that, we've got everything we need right here in the bag, right here with Salazzle. So nothing too crazy there. The next Pokemon, speaking of more really, really fast Pokemon, we're bringing Crash the Jolteon. Crash did fantastic last week. Just Power Herb Dig turned out great. So this week, Crash is going to be hoping to put in just a little bit more work. Crash is rocking Assault Vest. Assault Vest Jolteon with the Volt Absorb ability, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, and Charge Beam. 3 different electric type moves. They all have their own purpose. Bear with me here. 252 EVs in special attack, 36 in special defense, 220 in speed with a modest nature. So we do not outspeed Alolan Persian, but we do outspeed Heliolisk, which is what this is here to kind of help with. The Assault Vest does boot. We've got 95 base special defense, so we like already like have a bigger special bulk. So pairing the Assault Vest with that allows us to take those hits just a little bit better. We're immune to his electric type moves, and then we take any other special moves that he has on there just a little bit better because of Assault Vest. Volt Switch is there for pivoting. Thunderbolt is there for raw damage. Shadow Ball is there for Cafagrigus. Charge Beam is nice because it is a 70% chance to raise my special attack by 1 stage. So if I can get a special attack raise on that and then be faster than whatever comes into switch and get a big Shadow Ball or get a big Volt Switch or Thunderbolt off at no expense of a Life Orb or locking myself into a choice specs, that's pretty good. That's pretty good in my opinion. The extra 36 special defense EVs do just help out increase the overall use of that Assault Vest that Crash is rocking this week. Next up, we are bringing Mark 85 the Scizor. He is rocking his leftovers with the Technician ability. Roost, Bullet Punch, Knockoff, and U-Turn. We have 204 EVs in HP, 4 in attack, 4 in defense, 252 in special defense, 44 in speed with a Careful Nature. Now, this is a really weird set. It's a really weird set. Not gonna lie to you. I am not gonna lie to you. This is just enough speed to outpace a bulkier speed creeping Clefable if need be, to just get a U-Turn out. If he's some weird Slowbro or Steelix that has a lot of speed, we outspeed that. We outspeed weird Cafagrigus that might have a lot of speed. We outspeed naturally, or we outspeed normal, like neutral, uninvested Roserade. And yeah, so that's where that is, because things that can potentially cripple us, we can get a faster U-turn out on and just kind of go from there. Scizor really helps out in a big way for the special threats this week. The leftovers paired with Roost for the reliable recovery helps out against Pokemon like Clefable that don't have fire coverage. Slowbro that don't have fire coverage. Heliolisk, yeah, Heliolisk hits pretty hard, but we're gonna try to pivot around with those and see what we can do there. Knockoff was really nice for just being able to remove items on other Pokemon. U-turn was nice for pivoting to bring in other Pokemon like Salazzle, to bring in other Pokemon like Diggersby, to bring in Pokemon like Jolteon, things like that to just kind of start helping to wear down his team. Bullet Punch is really nice. 130 base attack. Technician boosting Bullet Punch by an additional 50%. So as opposed to it being a 40 base power move, it's a 60 base power move. Just it's that much harder. And then, yeah, reliable recovery kind of helps us shrug off some of those hits. We take a lot of the physical hits on his team, aside from Darmanitan, just based off our own natural bulk, 100 base defense, and then natural bug and steel typing has its own resistances. So that does help out with that. Priority is also nice in case a few Pokemon get out of control and they might be at a lower amount of HP. We can bring this thing in and click Bullet Punch to be able to pick them off there at the end. So Mark 85, I was really excited to bring especially defensive Scizor this week. I'm super excited to see how it plays out. The next Pokemon we are going to be bringing on the team in a non-meme fashion, Ryder the Wartortle. He is rocking the Eviolite with the Torrent ability, Rapid Spin, Surf, Aura Sphere, and Flip Turn. 252 EVs in HP, 164 EVs in defense, 92 EVs in special defense with a bold nature. Now, Rapid Spin is nice for the hazard removal. We talked about we have our grounded poison type in Salazzle in case a Cafagrigus or Roselia feel like getting a Toxic Spike up. And then rocks don't hurt us too bad. Spikes could be problematic, so we want to keep our own spikes up. We don't want to defog with any Pokemon, so bringing Rider to be able to rapid spin those hazards away is really nice. Surf is also really good. Our main goal here with Salazzle is to toxic everything, so we don't want to get a Scald Burn, so Surf gives us just a little bit more damage output with base 90 as opposed to base 80. It's hitting pretty much everything that we need to. Aura Sphere is nice in case Dry Skin Heliolisk feels like switching in on the Surf as like an offensive check. We can go for an Aura Sphere and do some pretty big boy damage to that thing. And then Flip Turn is also nice, being able to just U-turn out of there. So we've got Volt Switch on Jolteon, U-turn on Scizor, and Flip Turn on Wartortle. Just to kind of bring in the appropriate Pokemon when we need to. The reason we're bringing Rider this week is because Rider is really our only Darmanitan track. And I know it's really, a lot of people were talking about in the draft analysis, like your bulky water type's kind of like, you sure you've played Pokemon before? You can do the calcs. Eviolite Wartortle, 252 EVs in HP, 164 EVs in defense with a bold nature. We are tanking those Flare Blitzes. We are, I was shocked when I started running these calcs, but here, you know what? Just to, while I've got everything pulled up here, I mean, if you guys are watching this far, you guys are obviously interested in the team build. So we're going to talk about the calcs. We're going to talk about that. Let me go on ahead and pull this up here. Rider, level 50 versus Darmanitan, Choice Scarf. Flare Blitz is a 4-hit KO from a Choice Scarf Darmanitan, and it is a 3-hit KO from a Banded Darmanitan. Even Banded Earthquake is a chance to 3-hit KO, almost a 4-hit KO from Earthquake. So Wartortle, we legitimately needed Wartortle this week just to be able to take hits from Darmanitan. So we've got that there in case he goes for a Flare Blitz. If he wants to switch around, we can Flip Turn on out and bring in something else and go from there. The last Pokemon we are bringing this week is speaking of his hitters, we talked about our Darmanitan check. We needed a Heracross check as well, and that's going to be Big Papa the Dusknoir. Big Papa is rocking their Culver Berry with the Frisk ability, so we can, as much intel as we can get on some of these Pokemon is going to be pretty nice. If we can identify a choice item early on, that can help predict a few calls that we need to make. We are rocking Fire Punch, Pain Split, Toxic, and Nightshade. 164 EVs in HP, 20 in attack, 252 EVs in defense, 68 EVs in special defense, 4 in speed with an impish nature. Now, the really interesting sets, with this spread, we are 3-hit KO'd by Max Attack Braviary, and we are 3-hit KO'd by Max Attack Adamant Guts Heracross. Fire Punch was pretty overall neutral coverage, honestly. We're getting a bit more damage off on Heliolisk because of the dry skin. We're getting good damage off on Roselia, on Heracross as well. Nightshade was just good even coverage to have overall, just to be able to do a little bit more residual damage. Pain Split helps us recover off some of the other Pokemon. If he goes into a Pokemon with a... We have 45 base HP. Every Pokemon on his team has a higher HP stat than us. So Pain Split is just a really solid recovery option for us to have. And then Toxic, again, helps to wear down. In case we can't get a Toxic off with Salazzle, we can wear down those Pokemon with Dusknoir to be able to do just a little bit more damage there on that end. So that is, and the rest of the special defense, the rest of the EVs and special defense is 68, just to help us take those hits from Clefable, from Slowbo, from Heliolisk as well. And that's what those are for. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the team in the comment section down below. All that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we're going to hop right on into the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with week 2 of the Rejects Battle Royale, going up against Patty Trails and the Sin City Scizors. You guys can see the 6 that I'm bringing right below. You guys see the 6 that I think he's bringing right over there, and we're going to hop right on into team preview. All right, so there were some changes to my opponent's team. Instead of the Clefable, we see the Alolan Persian, and instead of Heracross, we see Cofagrigus. So I'm okay with both of those. We are going to still lead off with our Diggersby because we're going to get up a Spike. Is no form of hazard removal on his side of the field. So I am a-okay getting that Spike up to damage all of his grounded Pokemon. And Earthquake just looks pretty free as well. We said our GGs. I'm excited, man. I've never played Pat. Pat could be the most out-of-pocket battler I've ever met with like special Steelix. And here's Steel Yo Girl. I will beat here's the special Steelix right out the gate. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, well, it looks like he's probably gonna want to get up his rocks first, I'd anticipate. Now I'm faster than this thing, so I could just go for a pretty big Earthquake right here just to get some damage, but I'm gonna go for a Spike. I'm gonna get a Spike up first. He might switch out as well. He might not favor this matchup, or he's like, let me just get my rocks up. We'll see. We'll see. We do have Rider who can rapid spin those away. And we should be good to go here at this Spike. I'm gonna play this as well as I can. Let's see what he wants to go for here. I would anticipate he tries to get up rocks. He actually withdraws. Okay. And he goes out into Slew Brew. He goes out into Slew Brew. Now we can get a big hit off here. Quite frankly. Knockoff to Max. Max is doing 48 to 57. I do like that quite a bit. Let's get rid of whatever item he's got here. Let us get rid of whatever item he's got packing. And see what he wants to do. Because if he is... let me just go on ahead. All right, so we're going to remove something. That is doing about half. Probably a Rocky Helmet. Hangaberry. Interesting. He is going to be doing big boy damage to us. No burn, no burn, no burn. No burn at all. So I will go on ahead and get up another spike here. I don't think he'd stay in. He withdraws. There we go, to get that regenerator. So we knock off his Tangaberry, and he goes out into Copagrigus, who's going to take some spikes damage. We're going to get our second layer of spikes up here. I do want to get a third layer of spikes up. Oh, and Copagrigus actually is going to have leftovers. So now I can get a big knockoff. What's going to be better? Knockoff is doing nothing. Oh, that's Culverberry. Hold on. Yeah, Knockoff's doing big boy damage. Let me go ahead and remove this thing's item too. We're removing everything. We got 2 layers of spikes up. We're taking off items here. No more recovery for you, sir. That is not a defensive Copagrigus at all. And he goes for body press. Okay. All right. So Diggersby did everything it needed to do. It got up 2 spikes. And it removed 2 items from probably the 2 scariest Pokemon on his team. Now then. We do have the ability to go out into our Salazzle here and just click Sludge Wave. Flamethrower also probably knocks it out, I would imagine. Flamethrower is doing 40 to 48. Yeah, let's go out into Salazzle here. Let's go out into Salazzle and then let's click Flamethrower. And then if Slowbro comes in, as much as I want to put that thing on a timer, I feel like he might try to stay in here. I don't know what he'd try and do here. Let's see. Slowbro's a really good pivot to this thing. Flamethrower hits 4 out of 6 mons. Let's see what he wants to do here. He actually stays in, so I think we're going to be able to take this thing out. We are going to be able to take out Copagrigus. All right, so we have no spin blockers if that tries to get any sort of... if that tries to get any sort of hazards up. And it's 5-5 right now. I think we're in a little bit better of a lead, but we're gonna need to play it out and see where it goes. Let's see what he wants to go out into here. We're faster than everything on his team aside from Darmanitan. Here comes Darmanitan. You can go for an Earthquake. Let's actually... Oh, there's that spike damage too. Yum, 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 yum. Let's protect and see what he wants to go for here. Let's protect and see what he wants to go for here, because depending on what he does... He brought it in pretty matter-of-factly. Like, Sludge Wave does 65 to 70, so if he tries to U-turn or Flare Blitz, we can take that and actually go for a Sludge Wave. Let's see what he wants to do here. He goes for Rock Slide, actually. Okay. So Rock Slide is a pretty neutral play. I'm going to go out into Ryder here. Ryder can take that Rock Slide pretty easily. Rock Slide from Scarf Darm is doing 21 to 26. Let's see what he wants to go for here. There's another Rock Slide. All right, so I assume he is Scarf. Ooh, that was some damage. Oh, that was a crit. Okay. All right, so that did do 38. Yeah, so he is Scarf 100%. Okay, I am just going to flip turn here. We know he's sheer force as well. I'm just going to flip turn out of there as he goes out into slow, bro. If he goes into slow, bro, we could just go out into Scizor and U-turn. Because now that we got that thing's Tangaberry gone, that's probably going to be a pretty big hit we can get off on that thing. He withdraws. Perfect. He goes out into Heath Keef, which is the... Ooh, I did not anticipate that, actually. So we could have Aura Sphered here for some good damage. There's the dry skin. Okay. Okay. I didn't even think about that as that was a really good offensive play there. So I am just going to go out into our Assault Vest Jolteon here. Jolteon is going to take pretty much any hit that this thing wants to toss at me. Hyper Voice is a 2-hit KO if he's Life Orb. And if he is Life Orb, we'll see what he wants to do here. Maybe Grass Knot. We're taking Surf a little bit better, but depending on what he wants to do, we can get a little bit more knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. If I would have Aura Sphered there, oh boy. All right, so we know he's not afraid to bring this thing in. We know he is not afraid to bring this thing in any way. Here's the Hyper Voice. Hyper Voice doing well over half. And that's another crit. My God. All right. I don't see Life Orb damage. So I wonder if he too... I do just... I'm going to go on to Big Pop on probably the second Hyper Voice. Let me find his choice. Oh, so he's Scarf Healerless. Okay, cool. So we know he's about to switch out here. We know he's about to switch out. And what that means is that I'm going to go back out into Rider here. I'm going to go right back out into Rider. He withdraws. Goes out into Palm Siberia, which is probably... There we go. That is the Alolan Persian. Let's take a little bit of Spikes damage. Aura Sphere is doing 36 to 43 to this thing. I'm just going to go for that. You can knock off my Aviolite. He goes for Fake Out, actually. Okay. All right. And now I am just going to Aura Sphere in case he wants to make that offensive play back into the Healerlisk. He does have Knockoff, which is going to remove my Eviolite, unfortunately. But I'm going to go for that Aura Sphere here. That is going to be some good damage there. And now what I want to do, I don't think, now that I've shown that, I don't think he would go out into Healerlisk. He goes for Parting Shot. Okay, so we see Fake Out, Knockoff, Parting Shot. I don't think he'd go Healerlisk on this thing. We know he's Scarf Healerless. Scarf Healerless can Scarf Darmanitan. So he's got double Scarfers. We got to be careful for that. If he goes out of Healerlisk, he's a Lord. But I feel like Slowbro's his play here. I feel like Slowbro is 100% his play here. And if that's the case, we can get in Scizor. There's Slowbro, so we're going to get our flip turn off. He's going to take a little bit of Spikes damage. And he's going to take this flip turn damage as well. Now, Scizor's going to hurt, but he doesn't know I'm not as offensive as I'd like to be. He does not know I'm as offensive as I'd like to be, so I'm just going to U-turn here. We knocked off his Tangaberry. He cannot take this U-turn. Well, he thinks. Big boy damage down, and I think what I want to do, I think our best bet is to honestly go out into our Big Papa here. We see the flamethrower. Okay. So we did have the fire coverage there. Now, I think he would want to stay in. I don't know if he would go out into Scizor or go out into Steelix. So I think I'm going to make the play into... I think he might try to go out into Steelix. So I'm going to go out into War Turtle here so he can get his regenerator. He goes out into Steel Yo Girl. Perfect. Now I can just toss off an Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere is pretty free right here to do so. Aura Sphere is pretty free to get some good damage off on this thing. And if he goes for rocks, we can always rapid spin those away on the switch as well if he decides to go for that. And if he attacks us, depending on what he goes for, he might put us in torrent range, which is worse for him. He stays in, actually, probably to get some rocks up. We'll get some Aura Sphere damage off. That's going to be some big damage. He just goes for Earthquake. Okay, that's fine. Are you going to put me in torrent range? Or are you going to knock me out? You're just going to knock me out. Okay. Felix. KOs. War Turtle. Oh, and he's Life Orb. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, I feel like Flamethrower would knock him out at that point then. From... Let's see. Steelix. Yes, this is doing a lot of damage. Okay, let's go out into Salazzle. Let's click Flamethrower. Let's click Flamethrower on this thing. I'm worried because the double Scarfers, we might be in a bad situation here, but we're wearing down everything, so let's see what we can do. We've seen the Slowbro have Scald and Flamethrower already, so he withdraws. Maybe Toxicking would have been the better play. As Keef comes... Oh! I don't know if Dry Skin is going to appreciate this. You're going to take some spikes and then Flamethrower damage. That's going to be some big damage, and then I get to protect and see what you want to do here. Let's see what you got for me. He goes for the Volt Switch. Okay. So now we could... I feel like he'd know we're going into Jolteon here. Well, let me see. This versus Heliolisk. Voice Scarf. Volt Switch is doing... 55 to 65. I'm actually going to click Toxic here. I want to get that Slowbro on a timer. Oh, there's the withdraw. Perfect. Here's Steel Yo Girl. Perfect. So he's going to take some spikes damage, and we are going to be able to get a Toxic off on this thing and knock it out with a Flamethrower too. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we can knock this thing out with a Flamethrower. So Lizel's putting in a lot of work right now. All right, so let's just go on ahead and go for that Flamethrower here and pick up the KO on Steelix. That means Jolteon is pretty much unchecked from a typing perspective. All right, so Salazzle KOs Steelix. All right, and again, I assumed our Manatan is choice in some fashion to where he brought it out so confidently against my Salazzle. That's the only reason I say that. Here comes Darmson. He's going to take 2 more layers of spikes. And I'm just going to protect you and see what he wants to go for. We still have Scizor to help out with Heliolisk. We still have we still have Dusknoir to help out with the Darmanitan. Persian's pretty low. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do here. So he's got no Cofagrigus and he's got no Steelix. So he has Heliolisk, Slowbro, Persian, and Darmanitan left. There's the Rock Slide again. Okay. So we can actually probably be pretty aggressive here. Darmanitan, Choice Scarf, Rock Slide. We could probably be pretty aggressive here and go out into Scizor and just U-turn. Because Scarf Rock Slide's doing 34 to 40 to Scizor. There's the Rock Slide again. That did 44, actually. Are you Adamant Scarf? You are Adamant Scarf. Okay. So we are just going to... I want to say a knockoff, actually, to get rid of this thing's Scarf if he's got it. He withdraws. Okay. And he is going to go out into Palm Siberia. We are going to get rid of... there's some spikes damage, and we're going to get... Ooh, okay. Okay. So I think Bullet Punch probably going to knock off this. We can get rid of this here. Persian. I might want to Roost actually. But I feel like a Fake Out's coming on, or a knockoff. I'm just going to Roost. Burning Jealousy. Oh man, that's some tech. We live that though. Holy hell! Wow. Wow! 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 So. Oh, that was some tech. That was some tech right there. So, Persian, max HP Persian, Bullet Punch from us is doing 17 to 20. That's looking like 17 to 20. I'm just going to Bullet Punch to get you out of here. Wow, that was a crazy good set. I like that. All right, and Scizor's going to take out Persian. All right, Scizor KO's Persian. Oh, man. And we still have our leftovers. Wow, that was sick. Oh, man. If we would have knocked off that the expert belt on the Switch, we would have been dead. Oh, man. Oh, that was so cool. Here comes Darmsun. Okay. So Darmsun's going to take a bit more. He's going to go for a Flare Blitz here. I think what we need to do... I'm going to go on a Dusknoir. I'm going to go on a Dusknoir. I could have Bullet Punched. I want to keep this thing around to help out with Slowbro and with Heliolisk, but I'm going to go on a Dusknoir so he takes the most damage from that. We do see his Choice Scarf, so he was double Scarfed, and he goes for the Flare Blitz there. That's going to do some big damage to both him and me. It actually does not take me out, interestingly enough. This is going to knock me out. Okay, so... what I'm going to do here is just on the off chance he switches, I'm just going to go for a Pain Split. Oh! That was a great play. I don't know if he was expecting a Shadow Sneak, but he actually got more HP out of that. Oh boy. I actually think I need to let this thing go. Would he just Volt Switch here? I need to keep this thing around. Let's go out into Jolteon. Let's predict the Volt Switch. Let's go out into Jolteon and predict the Volt Switch, please. There's the Thunderbolt. Perfect. We're going to get some big damage off here. And we can just freely Volt Switch back as well. Let's Charge Beam here. Because we're either going to hit something or he's going to give me HP. Like, he has to switch out, I feel like. He's just going to give me the HP. I should have Shadow Ball just to get the HP, man. All right, so Crash is almost back up at full, which is good. We're going to get this Charge Beam off here, and we are going to knock out the Heliolisk, which is awesome. Jolt, KOs, Helio with Charge Beam. Did I get a special attack boost? I missed that. Darmson's going to take a bit more. He's going to take a bit more. I am. So if you're Adamant Scarf, hold on. Can I outspeed you? Probably not. Probably not. Adamant Scarf, you're hitting 220. Yeah, no, I am not faster than you. We are going to switch out here. We're going to sack Scizor. We're going to sack Scizor so he gets the most recoil possible. Here's the Flare Blitz. The Flare Blitz recoil should knock him out, I feel like. If not, I think we just lost because we don't have any priority now. There it is. Okay. Darm KOs Scizor. Darm dies to recoil. That leaves just the Slowbro left. So I'm going to go out into Crash and start tossing off Thunderbolts. And I believe that means we win. Yep. Oh, man. I think we did it. I think we did it. Yep. There's a lot of spikes damage there. I am just going to toss off a Thunderbolt, and I think that's going to be GG. Did we do it? Did we beat Patty Trills in every Versus and now in Draft League? Yes! Crash picks up the KO. Jolt KOs Slowbro, and that is going to be a 2-0 victory against the Sin City Scizors. A 3-0 victory. We kept Dustor alive. That's 3-0. I thought it was 2-0. 3-0 victory against Patty Trills and the Sin City Scizors. Guys, Pat's one of my closest friends. He's like family to me. Go show him some love. If you guys have not already subscribed to his channel, you should do it. We do have future content together coming soon in the form of a collaborative series, which I'm sure you guys will love. And go check out his side of the battle as well. All that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this content and want to support me more, feel free to check out the Patreon in the description as well for some more Let's Play content. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Later.